I'm Jacques. I'm head of product at Claynosaurz. Claynosaurz is a character brand that use new technologies in order to merge the frontiers between gaming, media, and content. And we do that using collectibles and communities. Today, I'm going to explain to you some of the beliefs that we have, but also the strategies that we put in place to grow. But before that, I wanted to share with you a small sneak peek of the concept trailer that we produced. That trailer has been seen 1 million times already on YouTube, and we are very proud of it because it's a way for us to, into the world of Claynosaurz. So, about 2 years ago, a group of friends and industry veterans, artists and creators decided to create a world of, dinosaurs going on adventure, right? They wanted a mix of goofy and epic with a lot of toyetic potential. When I say toyetic potential, I mean you can see that those characters are meant to become toy in the future, right? These artists have been working on the biggest IPs in the world. I'm talking Paddington Tree, I'm talking, Masters of the Universe and so on and so on. But, some of them have never had the chance to work on their own project. While they started to have those beautiful ideas about the world that they wanted to build, they start to ask a lot of questions to themselves. And they know since day one that securing financing and production is super tricky. No matter how talented your team is or how good the idea is. So how do you retain ownership of your own assets? How do you reach thousands of people? How do you use community to amplify your story? Knowing that today, the entertainment landscape is extremely competitive, not to say broken. Today, Hollywood and Hollywood big needs to invest large amount of money in order to produce a movie. And I don't know if that movie is gonna hit or miss. They invest sometimes hundreds of millions for a game, a AAA game, and that game release, and it's a flop, right? So basically, Hollywood is risk averse. They are not taking any risk, and that's why they are, adding a tree after Aquaman. They are adding Paddington because they don't innovate anymore. They are just like, creating from what they have already. And the problem is that for the user, well, you have very low quality content. And when you go on those streaming platforms, you spend hours looking for what you are looking for, but you find nothing. So you go to the next platform, and basically you get choice fatigue and content saturation. How do we compete with the giants? How do we compete with Netflix, with Disney, with Ubisoft? We don't have that money. It's impossible for us. We don't have like millions of euros to spend on production, distribution, and marketing. It's impossible, right? And studios have those kind of resources, allowing them to do everything that I just said. And so we start asking ourselves, how can we do things differently? How can we find a different path for our own project, right? And we started to think about new ways of doing things. And today, this new way for us was perhaps an unconventional way into blockchain technologies. The emergence of the Web3 space is helping artists to remove the traditional roadblocks by selling digital collectibles on-chain. Our master plan at that time was we are going to distribute digital collectible amongst a very engaged fan base as a way to bootstrap the process of IP incubation. And this is exactly what we did in 2022. I wanted to share with you, don't worry, it's 15 seconds, so it's a quick clip introducing the collections that we released in 2022. So we created a vibrant collection of NFTs, digital collectible. I will come back to that notion at a later stage. We generated like thousands of frames, and we created one of the most advanced collection to date, combining video loops and profile pictures. Those NFTs are unique and they live on-chain, making them the perfect collectible. From planning to execution, we had to generate a lot of hype, but we stay organic. We stay away from shady marketing techniques and false engagement tactics we play on. And on top of that, the narrative that we use is creators creating something for themselves. And that narrative resonated so much with our community that in a matter of a couple of hours, we generated 1.3 million worth of digital collectibles. And after that, we generated another 40 million in trading volume accruing royalties, which means that each time the NFT is transferred from one user to another, we get a cut. And that cut is life-changing for a lean startup. On top of the financing, on top of the fact that we get money, what we got also, it's a feedback from a community that says, we like what you do. So we get financing and we get direct feedback. So this event marked the beginning of the story of those little clay dinosaurs. But it's also the beginning of a story for us as a company, because our goal is to build a global franchise that will compete with the biggest IPs in the world. And today I'm talking about the Paw Patrol, the Peppa Pig, the Bluey, and so on, because this is the goal today. And with everything that we did, we are on the road to succeed. And the next step for us is, okay, we need more visibility. We need more people looking at those dinosaurs and recognize them. But we need to do that without friction. And when I say friction, today when you ask someone to go to the theater or to the cinema, he needs to take his car, he needs to pay the ticket, he needs to convince his kids to come and spend time with the parents. You have the popcorns. On streaming platforms, I said it already, you are losing yourself in an ocean of zombie scrolling. You don't know what content you are looking for. You need to commit 5, 10, 15 minutes to watch an episode. So we decided to go through vertical scrolling and basically distributing content on social media platforms like Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok. We generate on a monthly basis 2 or 3 of those cute little videos that basically, share moments of dinosaurs spending time together. It's about love, it's about friendship, but it's a content that is basically relatable to a transgenerational audience, right? And what we want people to start recognizing those characters. Oh, the yellow stego it looks like a Labrador in his attitude, right? On top of that, some of the people that collect our NFT recognize themselves in those videos. And once again, it reinforced this sense of belonging. We are part of that history. Our content today is generating millions of views on Instagram and on TikTok. It's completely organic because we are not acquiring users, using fans. And between users and fans, there is a huge difference. A user is passive. A fan is active, is engaged, is committed. And today, I think the numbers speak for themselves. We also produce GIF on Giphy. It gives ammunition to a community to express themselves on social media platform. They become ambassador of the brand by using them. We also got massive recognition from the industry. We won this year 13 Collision Awards among the best of the best, Disney, Pixar, and Sony Entertainment. Some of those awards were community-based, which once again is a good testimony that our fans are behind us. today, minting and selling NFTs, digital collectibles, it's easy. You don't need any technological knowledge to do that. You can do that in 5 seconds. But what's difficult is to navigate that ecosystem without losing the vision of the future, right? So building in the open is for us the best way to reassure people that we are building and that we are moving forward. So, for example, we are not shying away from showing, storyboard, animation, and the final render to educate people to what it takes to produce good content. We also share, very early concept art. It's messy, it's unfinished, but it educates people to what it takes to build the world. And today, as a brand, we are building a world. And those behind the scenes, once again, reinforce the community feeling that they are part of the adventure. The third part of a growth strategy is called user-generated content and co-creation. What we are doing today is build a decentralized marketing army that works for us. And if you give tools to that community to generate content for you, it's a powerful weapon. And community sometimes spend time to create those memes. They take the face of the dinosaur, they replace on a very good meme, and those memes become celebrated by the community. But once again, they are creating content for us. And through time, we will continue to facilitate co-creation and reward it, because co-creation is a beautiful engine for growth. I will share with you another quick example of co-creation. In 2022, we released a pack of sardinas, a digital collectibles that we distribute to people that were in Lisbon to one of our events. That packs of sardina has been converted through time to a flying dactyl that you can see here, which is another species within our collection. And the community start to say, we like those dactyls. What if they were the sky taxi? What if those dactyls were taking one dinosaurs and helping them move into the world? That idea that was coming from the community is no part of our narrative. It's part of the world that we build. But what it triggers is that the community feel like they are part of building this brand and building the narrative, and that reinforces them, once again, their engagement. So, little concept art of those dactyls carrying dinosaurs, and in the trailer that you saw in the beginning, you can see that live, right? The fourth element of our growth strategies is creating experience and product drops. We create in-person events where the community can meet each other and once again mingle, share their passion for the world and for what we are building. We did events in Los Angeles, in Paris, in Amsterdam, in Lisbon. 2 weeks ago, we were in Singapore to meet that community. And you can see there is a wide variety of people. You have like teenagers, you have kids, and so on and so on. I love those two images because basically that was in Amsterdam last year, and you have 1,200 collectors that travel the world to came to Amsterdam to see your trailer. And you can see that they are vibrating with them, but they are vibrating with them because they are part of the adventure. We also drop physical products as a way to test that, it's not only about content, it's also about building a business. And what if in 2 years we become a huge franchise? Can we convert digital things to physical products? This is the testimony that we can. We sold those, I think it was 700 plushie in less than 2 hours. We made a good margin and our community was super happy. We're also building digital experience. In this case, it's an achievement system that basically celebrates the people that collect, celebrate the content creators, celebrate the people that we play a game, and through that platforms, they can earn digital collectible. This is a small demo, if it activates, yes. So it's a web experience where the user can collect those booster packs, open those packs, and basically reveal emotes and posts that they can apply to their own character to start generating content. So once again, giving tools to the community to create content for us and become ambassadors of the brand. So to summarize, we have 4 key components of our growth strategy. But what we are doing in the background, it's packaging an IP with fans. And we add a second layer of fans, and a second layer of fans, and a third one, and a fourth one. And when we do that through time more and more, we have an IP with a community. And when you go to secure financing and funding to a VC or investors, you are not talking about money, you are talking about product, you are talking about, I have 350K followers behind my project, and then those deals becomes interesting. But some of you could say, man, you know, wonderful story, cute dinosaur and everything, but you could do that with Kickstarter. Yes, but no. What you can't do with Kickstarter and crowdfunding platforms today is engineer an ecosystem that is fair, transparent, and rewarding for both the creators and the fans. And this is what we do. Today, I firmly believe in the superpower of collectibles. And I don't use the word NFT anymore because it doesn't make sense. NFT is a technological term that cannot describe a new medium, right? Today, we are all in agreement that YouTube is a new medium, but you don't give a shit about the protocol or the technological protocol that runs YouTube. You don't want to know about the cloud, you don't want to know about TCP and UDP, right? You call it YouTube. And today it's the same for NFT. Let's not call them NFT, let's call them digital collectibles because this is what they are. Today, those collectibles are the glue of our ecosystem. They are the green in between the gaming, the media, and the product. They are basically a platform for us to grow and to build new experience. Today, all the collectibles that we drop, and it can be simple, it can be priceless. You don't need to ask people to pay for those collectibles. But all those collectibles become entry door for people to enter the Claynosaurz ecosystem. And what we firmly believe as a company is that those collectibles create a bond between the creators and the fans. And that bond is beautiful because there is no middleman. There is no YouTube, there is no Facebook, there is no Instagram. You can reach those fans directly and you can build experience for those fans as you see fit. Today, those collectibles, like I say, sit in the middle of everything that we do. So imagine a kid in the airport. He says to his parents, I want that plushie. Parents pay the plushie, but the plushie comes with a digital collectibles attached to it. That digital collectibles unlock something within the game. By playing the game, the kids unlock, you know, a pop-up store somewhere in Valencia where he can play with his friends. And from that pop-up store in Valencia, he get another collectibles that allow him to, see a premiere of a video that we release. So this collectible universe become for us a platform for user retention and monetization. And today we believe our secret sauce is literally this. It's de-risking IP incubation using digital collectibles because we package our IP with layers of superfans. And if I had to compare the recipe of yesterday and the recipe of today, that would be what I would say. On one side, you need large upfront investment over a long period of time. You don't get real feedback. Sometimes Hollywood is spending 450 millions. I just read this morning that a game made by Ubisoft cost them 850 millions, and that game is a nightmare because nobody wants to, play it. So they just wasted 850 millions, right? Without knowing if that game will work or not. You don't have any real community involvement in the genesis of your project. On our side, we are able to monetize early in the development cycle of the product. We can build a community that is engaged and offer us feedback after feedback after feedback, and we generate brand loyalty since day one through those collectibles. And I'm sorry for the play on word, but I think proof is in the clay today. After our first fiscal year, we generated $3 million. We are already at 2.2 in the fiscal year number 2. We generated 150 million views across all the social platforms, and we have, to this day, a bit more than 350K subscribers and followers. So, you would say, what's next for Claynosaurz? And I think what's next is definitely continue to focus on content and collectible distribution across all the platforms that we have. We'll continue to build brand loyalty and package that IP with layers of fun. We will acquire a new type of user and new type of demographics by being, doing research and development on Roblox, for example, on platforms that nobody knows. And we will develop new products and sign new partners in order to support the growth. And I will finish by a small trailer, once again, cute videos of dinosaurs, but that trailer is very important for us and I will tell you why after. So today we are partnering with one of the biggest mobile game developers in the world. They have been building games for 25 years. They started in 1999, even before the App Store. Those guys were pioneers in that in technology. And today, that big player look at our IP and say, you know what, I think you are doing something in the right direction. And today we are working with them. We were in Vietnam 2 weeks ago to spend time with them and work on a game. They're going to help us bootstrap a completely new, vertical of a company, which is gaming, and it's beautiful. And let me tell you, and I'm preaching for my own business, but today they are not the only one. We are discussing with the biggest licensing partners in the world because they know that something is broken within the industry and collectibles are a path to solve that. Thank you so much. I will stay in the audience with William, who is head of lighting, assets and VFX at Claynosaurz. If you have any questions, come find us. Thank you so much.